Alright everyone, welcome to the stream. Tonight's match is going to feature the Ancients versus Penn State Harmony. Really interesting matchup occurring here, week 4 of the Penn State Fall Open in-house tournament. And we'll have to see how both of these teams shape up. Penn State Harmony previously on quite a bit of a roll, shut down last week by PSY, Penn State York Thundercats. So it'll be interesting to see if they could kind of rally around that loss and propel them to another pretty dominating victory. Currently second in the standings. As for the Ancients, I believe they're either 4th or 5th, so slightly lower down. But they've been known to have some pretty stellar performance, so we'll have to see how they kind of prepared for this sort of match. Some players particularly watched tonight on the side of Penn State Harmony, who is going to be in the blue. Kikis, specifically, pretty well known for his DPS. It's kind of interesting to see him over on that Zenyatta, but I mean, if it works, it works. That's kind of how that, you know, as that saying goes. And over for BC, Voxic. Vox is definitely going to be one to watch. Known for some pretty stellar Widow, so we're going to jump on board with him. Looking for the quick pick, almost gets Upduno, almost gets Ace of Spades, and that's already, you know, quite a bit of damage coming in for Penn State Harmony. Healed up pretty quick. Voxic looking for some nice picks. Solar Flames out to the side. Starting to get chased down there by Hepburn. No headshots quite yet for Voxic, but definitely some good space going on. Trying to be made by Student Loans. Bloodraven goes down to Dead Knight. Voxic trades. Killer's starting to come in the way of the Ancients here. Someone's already on the point. Looks like Harmony kind of equalizes and Student Loan gets a pick. So this should be the Ancients taking the point. Harmony might be able to contest a little bit, especially with the pick onto Jobs by Ace of Spades. A great pick. But not much can really be done here. I mean, there are 4 up for Penn State Harmony. But at this point, the respawn advantage is really in the advantage for the Ancients. And that's kind of what we see here. Penn State Harmony just kind of being beaten back. Voxic again trying to go for some quick picks here. Nice stagger there onto Dead Knight. Kind of punishing him for not resetting. Pick onto Ace of Spades as well. And Voxic opening up the map here with a nice couple of picks. Solar Flame's also in his sights. And Solar Flames is now in spawn. Penn State Harmony definitely needs to just take a step back and regroup here, but Voxic is creating a load of space for his team. And the Ancients doing quite a good job pushing the cart here. Hepburn also being a little annoying up in the front there. Let's see if we can get on board with him. It doesn't look like that button on the keyboard's working for whatever reason, so we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. Nice stick onto the Diva. Doesn't quite get the DMAC. Now it looks like for the moment here, Penn State Harmony is doing a pretty good job at holding the point, holding the cart at this point here. Shatter comes out from Foster Walrus, gets ones from Student Loans, and it definitely looks like Penn State Harmony is going to be able to stabilize here. Picks coming in on Luminar and onto Jobs. Foster Walrus really doing a pretty good job here, and it looks like that will be Penn State Harmony with the quick stabilize. Fox still kind of going for some cheeky sorts of picks there. Jumping on board with him once again. Harmony is somewhat split. So if Fox can get a pick or so. Oh, Solar Flames barely. Oh, never mind. He's back in spawn. Looking for some other picks. Doesn't quite come into Voxic's sights, but Hepburn and Student Loans doing quite a bit of work. Student Loans gets a quick nano there. But I'm not sure if that was really needed, as the Ancients are just kind of pushing along here. And without too much further delay, that is going to be a pretty quick point two. I don't know if the Penn State Harmony is going to want to contest here, and it doesn't look like they will. Oh, last minute trance comes out from Kikis, helping get Foster and Dead Knight onto the point. And now it's a brawl. Anti comes in on the side of Harmony. And the picks are once again just coming in. Student Loans takes down Foster Walrus. Jobs takes out Dead Knight. Blade comes out from Solar Flames, trying to get something. Dumo also with the Valkyrie there, but picks just not coming in. Voxic with a nice pick onto Dumo. Kickus, though, did pick up Blood Raven. But unfortunately, there just weren't enough bodies physically on the point. Penn State Harmony takes point 2 with 4 minutes left in the bank here. Penn State Harmony finally over to taking a little bit of a break, regrouping what they really needed on the earlier points. He's got a Brig out as well, which is a nice, interesting play there from Ace of Spades. But unfortunately gets shut down pretty quick by Ace of Spades. Or, I'm sorry, by Student Loans. Vox gets taken down by Solar Flames. Nano comes out onto Student Loans, but he's antied. Nice opportunity here for Penn State Harmony to get down a huge pick, but unfortunately that's not the way things are going. The Ancients are just plowing through Penn State Harmony right now like they're nothing. Well, a little bit of lag coming in here, but it seems to be only for me here. Penn State Harmony just crumbling under the hands of the Ancients. Student Loans pushing him back into spawn. Solar Flames is just barely won, but he's on the card. He's not going to be there for long. Dead Knight out of mech, shut down by Luminar, or I'm sorry, by Blood Raven. Luminar picking up another couple kills onto Dead Knight, and it's just Staggers trying to come in and delay the clock a little bit. Foster with a nice shatter onto Luminar. Doesn't look like he's going to finish it up though. Blood Raven, Coalescence coming out, trying to keep everyone healed up. Luminar does get the anti from Kickus, but unfortunately the rest of Harmony is just going down. Inch is doing a very good job at, trying to clean up here, but at the same time, Penn State Harmony is doing a fantastic job of keeping this point alive. Solar Flames with a nice pick onto Jobs. Both supports down for the Ancients. And it looks like this might be Penn State Harmony with a hold. Yes, and it looks like that is going to be what it is. Solar Flames trying to chase out the last couple members of the Ancients. And 2 minutes left on the clock. Ancients just 2.5 meters to go. They'll have time for a quick couple resets and a couple more pushes there. Ultimate's definitely looking to be somewhat even, if not slightly favoring the Ancients, so they should be able to take this with a nice little combo there. Blade is just about up for Voxic, who swapped over onto a Genji. Solar Flame's desperately trying to get his own Blade ready. Dead Knight, nice pick up onto Luminar. That's already one down for the Ancients. Hepburn also going down. Student Loans gets taken out as well. Voxic finally gets the Blade. He's actually nanoed as well. Oh, all the ults coming out here from the Ancients. And they're getting picks left and right. Dumo going for a res. Actually gets it off on Ace of Spades. But I don't know how much Ace of Spades is going to be able to do. Gets antied and taken down really quickly by Student Loans. Just swinging that hammer, keeping people away from the cart. Solar Flames trying to desperately contest. Foster Walrus also gets on in time. Kick us over onto the Lucio. Again, just kind of trying to stall, be a little bit of a menace, take the time down as much as they can. Another couple of seconds here. At the very least, it is no longer... if it does go all the way, it is going to be over... it's not going to be overtime, but there's no way for a complete shutout on the side of the Ancients, which is good news for Harmony. Ancients getting picks though, and this they might be able to put it in here. Dead Knight, Kickus being annoying, Solar Flame on the Genji, gets a nice pick onto Jobs, onto Kickus. Solar Flames just being a menace with his Blade. Student Loans getting some picks though in return. I think it's only Solar Flames that's up at the moment. And it looks like it's actually another stability from Penn State Harmony. They've been really winning these little scrappy fights at the very end. Looks like Blood Raven's trying to, see if she can contest, but no, they're just going to end up getting staggered there by Solar Flames. The rest of the Ancients trying to come in, but they're not going to be able to touch the cart. So 2.5 meters is the distance to the goal that Penn State Harmony has to beat. So Penn State Harmony definitely doing a pretty good job in terms of recovery. Definitely weren't looking the best after their pretty quick losses of points A and B, but their C defense was very, very well executed. The Ancients, similarly, you know, they had a great couple of attack runs, but they just kind of fell apart at the very end. They didn't really have, you know, any sort of, you know, fight-ending combinations that worked out in their favor. Look at the compositions as we're just about ready to get set up here. It looks like Harmony is actually going to be going with the Goats comp, pretty standard. And on the defense here, the Ancients going with the standard 2-2-2. Although interestingly, they don't have a defensive ult, choosing to have the double healer or double main healer of Ana and Moira. So definitely some interesting plays coming out here. Alright, without further ado, we're going to have the attack round. Penn State Harmony underway. Box up top trying to again get some nice picks or at least some damage on. Goats Comp doing the best that they can. Penn State Harmony trying to just push their way onto the point. Brawl as a single unit. And so far they seem to be doing a pretty good job. Student Loans just gets overwhelmed by the death ball that is Goats. Luminar now also under fire. I just realized I should turn on health there for you, all spectators. Goats Comp just, again, doing work. A nice anti comes out from Jobs onto a good chunk. Voxic already with a Deadeye, but unfortunately gets eaten by the Diva, or at the very least body blocks. Student Loans and Hepburn are the only two left on the point. And it looks like, very similarly to the Ancient's own attack run, Penn State Harmony is taking a pretty commanding point. Voxic over onto a Junkrat, actually, trying to slow down. Gets a nice random pickup onto Ace of Spades. And it looks like the Ancients are actually, or Penn State Harmony are already going to be starting to kind of engage here. Kind of an interesting play. They haven't even gotten, you know, too much space. All of their healers were back on the cart. Coalescence comes out from Bloodraven, and a Shatter as well. Solar Frames get taken down. Rest of Penn State Harmony are going to be, you know, standing proud, or, you know, falling back onto the original capture point. And the Ancient's doing a pretty good job at a quick hold here. Or at the very least, nice stability. Alright, after a quick regroup, here comes Penn State Harmony. Once again ready to take on the fight. The Ancient's falling back. Foster Walrus, unfortunately, his Shatter gets blocked. Great play by Student Loans there, but he's getting overwhelmed. Foster Walrus takes down Student Loans. Dead Knight with another pick onto Bloodraven. Coalescence comes out. Grab, unfortunately, from Luminar. Picks up no one. Stagger's just coming in. Voxic only gets a D-Mech onto Dead Knight. Really looking for some sort of pick or multiple picks there. And he's just getting forced back into Castle. And this looks like Pix is going to be picking him up no problems. Bloodraven, the rest of the Ancients just trying to regroup here. Might be able, they're probably going to be able to contest for a second fight here as long as they don't get picked. And have a pretty good shot at it. Although the ultimates probably coming out preemptively from Ace of Spades. Nice stun onto Student Loans there. And just a flail coming out. Student Loans almost has a Shatter up, so they're going to be almost used on cooldown. There it goes. Grab comes out from Solar Flames, picks them all up, but unfortunately the Ancients, they are just, you know, taking over at this point here. Hepburn switching from the Tracer onto the Pharah, doing a nice job laying down some extra damage there, along with, you know, Voxic on the Junkrat. So double explosives definitely should be a good day to be a Zarya on the other team, but unfortunately Goats Comp doesn't really run with Zarya too often. Or at least not as it was swapped to here by Penn State Harmony. Here comes the amp up from Dumo. They're all just rushing the point once again, trying to overwhelm the Ancients. Or the Ancients, yeah. Picks coming in from the Ancients, actually. And Penn State Harmony just, again, forced to reset. Not really even in many ults being forced out there. I think it was just the junk tire from Boxic. Stagger coming in to kick us if he can't escape here. Hepburn would really like to pick up a kill here, but I don't know, he might get staggered himself. But the assist is there to heal him back up from Blood Raven, so he will fight another day.
This is my will.
Penn State Harmony once again grouping up, rushing Castle. Buster Rollers has a shatter ready. Looking for something big. Barrage comes from behind, picks up Kickus, as well as D-Max Dead Knight. Solar Flames takes out Hepburn, and picks, once again, just coming the way of the Ancients. And it looks like Ace of Spades is going to be chased out, along with Dumo. And minute 45 left on the clock, and this is definitely starting to come a little bit of a worry time here for Penn State Harmony. They definitely need some pickups here. Hepburn swapping from the Pharah onto the Soldier. Definitely a nice variety of heroes we've seen coming out from him, as well as from Voxic. Both DPS on the Ancients just doing wonderful work on a variety of heroes. Kind of keeps Penn State Harmony on their toes. Almost picks up the kill there onto Dumo, but unfortunately gets away. Coalescence coming in from Blood Raven helps Hepburn stay up a little bit longer. Hepburn deciding to fall back with his team. The Ancients continuing to kind of brawl into this giant comp here. Coalescence coming out from Kickus. Grab comes in, and huge anti just denying the majority of that Coalescence's healing. Fantastic job by Jobs. Dead Knight going with the hard reset. Ace of Spades with hard reset. And it looks like just the rest of the Penn State Harmony with the hard reset there. 40 seconds left. It's going to be one more push for Penn State Harmony to get 2.2. Foster Walrus looking a little ahead of his team here. This would be really bad if he gets staggered. Hepburn poking at him, seeing if he can get some decent damage in, or at least wear that shield a little bit. Attack Visor is almost ready for Hepburn. This could be huge. A nice Nano Visor. Getting shots coming in. Visor comes in. Focusing on Dumo, trying to get those supports down. Nice pick. Trying to get, again, those supports. You know, picks are coming the way of Penn State Harmony. And Hepburn, if he can't escape, he might even get staggered. And it looks like Kickus is chasing him, trying to pick up the kill here. Unfortunately, Hepburn does get the kill, but takes himself out as well. Blood Raven gets stunned out of his ultimate by Ace of Spades. Ace of Spades taken down by the tire from Voxic, I'm sorry. Grab coming in. And it looks like picks are fairly even, but Penn State Harmony is just, you know, their spawn is so much further away. It looks like this is actually going to be the way of the Ancients. They might get the hold here on the second point. Kicks is the only one left alive on the spawn, or on the point there. Tire coming out, stops Ace of Spades as a respawn, and that is going to be it. And that is round one, going the way of the Ancients. And map 2 is just about ready to get underway. It is going to be the escort map of Rialto. A substitution has been made, Bloodraven being subbed out for Jasonian area. Jasonian era, normally known for a little bit more of his Junkrat play than a sort of healer, so it'll be kind of interesting to see who your healers are going to be. My guess would probably be the Jobs Hepburn would be my guess, and indeed that does seem what it's going to be. So Voxic and Jasonian era probably going to be your DPS there, and again Jasonian over onto his signature Junkrat. So coming out from the side of Penn State Harmony, it's looking like they're going to be running the Mercy Lucio as their healers there. Ace of Spades, Solar Flames on the DPS as the Shimada brothers. And Dead Knight, Foster Walrus, the Zarya Reinhardt. Kind of interesting, sort of a hybrid here between Brawl and between Dive. But one thing is for certain, Dead Knight is going to be very happy about plenty of explosives coming in from Jasonian era. Alright, and without much further ado, the Ancients begin their defense. Penn State Harmony jumping right onto the point there. Foster trying to shield his team, help everyone get to the payload. Student Loans, Luminar, Jasonian area dropping down pretty quickly here. Getting ready to hold at the point there. Nice anti comes in onto Foster Walrus, unfortunately not really capitalized upon. Student Loans swinging pretty far forward. Foster getting pretty dangerously low. Steps back, gets healed up by his friendly Mercy there. Pretty good hold coming out so far from the Ancients. Holding at this first corner here. Apologize for any the lag there, not quite sure what the deal is with that. Actually, I do know. I apologize, I accidentally unplugged my Ethernet cord. Alright, so while I was gone, Ace of Spades picking up Jasonian area. Pretty good pick, but Hepburn with the res. Again, Mercy's on both sides here. Nano comes in onto Foster Walrus. He gets anti as well. Jasonian arrow with a huge, nice 2-point tire onto the Ancients there. Or the Ancients onto, I'm sorry, Penn State Harmony. And that's going to be a pretty hard reset. Solar Flames taking a quick peek out of spawn. Jasonian area pretty far up there. Falling back, getting back with his team. Continuing to just lay damage onto the point. Penn State Harmony needs to get some sort of traction here. Get the cart rolling. Duma with a nice aggressive sort of Mercy there. Mercy ultimate there. Trying to get a little bit of extra healing onto his team. Hepburn matches on the other side. Student Loans uses his charge. Hammer comes out from Foster Wallace. Doesn't seem to pick up any, but Foster gets a pin onto Student Loans himself. But it looks like he might be punished. Luminar trying to finish him up. Everyone's coming in to try to punish him. Foster Wallace does go down. Res comes off onto Student Loans. And picks, once again, just going the way of Penn State, of the Ancients. And Penn State Harmony is being forced back off of the payload once again. Minute 45 left on the clock. Maybe two more combined pushes here for the Penn State Harmony. And the Ancients looking very strong here. Definitely a lot stronger than they have in recent weeks. Looks like Penn State Harmony going for a little bit of a flank. Trying to cause some disruption in the back line. Blade comes out from Solar Flames. Nice grab comes out as well. All of the ults coming out. Just trying to get up the picks. Duma does get picked off, but the rest of the picks seem to be going the way of PSU Harmony. Voxic, of course, now without his say, takes off Solar Flames. So a major healer and a major source of damage out of the way. Voxic, another pick onto Ace of Spades. No damage dealers out for Penn State Harmony. Foster trying to create some space, but he's getting pressured by Jason. Nano comes out onto Foster Walrus, trying to make something happen. Tries to punish Jason. Does take Jason down. A nice shatter could be lined up here. Saves friendly Diva there. Saves Dead Knight. Shatter comes out. Does pick up picks up Hepburn. And he does get a couple of picks. But Jobs takes out Foster in the end. Voxic with the pick onto Ace of Spades. Dumo does get the res onto Foster Walrus. Voxic being pressured in the back. Jobs trying to provide as much healing as he can onto all of his friendly faces. Nano goes in onto Solar Flames. Is that Solar? I'm sorry, Student Loans. Just trying to end this fight here. Misses the sleep, unfortunately. Just trying to, again, kind of keep Penn State Harmony off of the point. Ultimate's pretty much being used on cooldown there. Student Loans gets a nice shatter. And it looks like the Ancients might hold Penn State Harmony outside the first point of Rialto. They need to get on the card if they want any chance of winning here. Nice Nano comes in. Foster does get the Nano. Ace of Spades unfortunately misses the charge onto Jobs. Nano comes out onto Solar Flames. Ace of Spades, nice pick. Penn State Harmony might just be able to push past. Oh, sleep onto Foster Walrus. That's going to be huge. And that is the Ancients holding Penn State Harmony outside point 1 Rialto.
Score 0-0. Switching sides.
So if memory serves me right, when we saw the Ancients, or I'm sorry, Penn State Harmony take on the Thundercats, the payload was in a very similar position. I forget for which team. So it's very interesting that Penn State Harmony decided to pick Rialto when, so far in this league, it hasn't been a historically very strong map for them, at least as I remember. The Ancients looking to come out with quite a decent bit of damage. Voxic with a lot of single pick potential on that Doomfist. Jasonian era, another, again, pretty good pick sort of hero. As for Penn State Harmony, it looks like they're going to do a Diva Orisa sort of poke defense, which is can be pretty effective here. Ana's coming out and Mercies from both sides. So we've got a lack of defensive ults, especially for Solar Flames and his blade, especially if it's a Nano Blade. That could be huge if Jobs misses the sleep. Solar Flames could just shred the entire team. All right, we are about to get set up here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, and we are out of the gate. Jumping on board again with, Solar Flames. Voxic trying to get a nice pick. Quick and early. Decides to fall back slightly. Gets healed up from the Ana. Voxic needs to get a pick or needs to get out. Looks like he might get taken down, and that is indeed what happens. Penn State Harmony with a great first pick, and now the Ancients fighting one man down. Solar trying to get a pick onto Hepburn there, which would be huge, stopping a source of healing. Ooh, nice reflect onto Jasonian Era, who picks up a nearby health pack. Solar gets taken out by Jasonian with the assist coming in from Ana. Hepburn a nice res onto Solar Flames. And here's the Ancients just getting to push through a little bit. Dumo dangerously low. Solar Flames taken down to half. Voxic sees that. Gets punished, gets punished by Ace of Spades. Picks coming in from Penn State Harmony. But the payload keeps moving. Ace of Spades, another great pick onto Student Loans this time, and Penn State Harmony just really starting to turn this around. But again, they need to contest the payload. Doing a little bit better job of that now. The Ancient's still coming back. Voxic's still around, looking for a charge onto probably Ace of Spades. Fortunately gets sent packing a little bit. Hepburn is around, helping keep Voxic up. Foster Walrus takes down Luminar. Two picks come in the way of the Ancients. Hepburn trying for the res onto Luminar. Does get it off. Blade comes out from Solar Flames. He gets antied though. And doesn't actually get anything done. Dumo trapped in a Junkrat trap there. Ace Spades needs a huge tire here. Pick onto Jobs. Decent job. Jasonian Era with his own tire onto Ace of Spades. Picks going the way of Penn State Harmony. Or against Penn State Harmony. It's just Dead Knight and Solar Flames up here. Kikis has to jump down as well. And they need a lot of healing and a lot of picks, but unfortunately Student Loans says that he's going to be getting those picks. And that is going to be map 2, going the way of the Ancients. A really stellar turnaround for the Ancients, again, from some of their matches in previous weeks. Definitely a lot of team chemistry you can see has been growing there.
Running post-mission diagnostics.
Alright, map 3 is going to be Nepal. Swap coming in, we have Blood Ravens is going to be back. Swapped out and on the bench for this particular round is going to be Vox. Very interesting to see that, you know, the star DPS of the Ancients sitting this one out, but I mean, obviously everyone deserves a bit of a break. Looks like we're going to be seeing some Pharah action there as Kikis deciding to take over on the Pharah. And Hepburn, his opponent, on the McCree. It'll be interesting to see what Kikis can actually get done here, because an uncontested Pharah can certainly be quite a thorn in the side for any opposing team. And with the opposing DPS being a Junkrat and a McCree, especially a pocketed Mercy, a Pharah Mercy, that's going to be quite difficult to take down. And thanks to Jobs being on the Lucio, is going to be the Ancients on the point first. Kikis going for a long flank here, trying to deal some damage into the back. Now again, this is the buffed Pharah. A little bit more damage for direct picks. And it looks like after a little bit of trading back and forth, it is going to... it's about even here, actually. Jasonian Era, who said that Junkrat wasn't a Pharah counter? At Chadrick. You don't have to at me. And this will be the Ancients taking first point here. First control. Kickus back in the air again, trying to deal some damage in. Jasonian just spamming down the choke, trying to deal some damage before the rest of the team arrives. The rest of Penn State Harmony kind of rushing in. Student Loans with a huge 4-man shatter. Gets a pin onto Solar Flames, and now he's fighting Ace of Spades in the back. Ace of Spades can't deal with that. Student Loans now swinging, trying to pick up Dead Knight and Foster Walrus, but they're just going to fall back. Pretty smart move. Looks like Dumo is going to get staggered by Blood Raven. And that's a pretty solid hold there from the Ancients. Looks like Penn State Harmony is going to be taking the upper route this time, perhaps a little more distraction of sorts than the normal front gate. Certainly takes their attention away. Foster Walrus charging and gets punished for it by Jasonian Era. Jasonian also picking up Ace of Spades. Ultimate comes in from Kickus, takes 2, and actually the one before as well from his regular fire. And with trades going back and forth, it is anyone's game. Kickus definitely still uncontested, as he did take out the McCree there. It's just those two on the point. Foster Walrus does come back. Jasonian Era's tire coming in, trying to see if he can take out the Fara. Kickus takes out the tire first. Dumo escaping a little bit. Pops Valkyrie. Jen trying to keep that team up, keep Foster up. Shatter comes in, and unfortunately, elf picks are coming the way of Penn State Harmony. And it looks like this actually should be a flip in the control point here. The Ancients might be milking it for the last couple percent, but yeah, it's going to be going the way of Penn State Harmony. After a little bit of a disjointed kind of initial push, it's nice to see that they were actually able to work together and finally take that point. Ace of Spades actually is now over on the Junkrat himself. I'm not quite sure what they were the first time. But again, just helping deal some damage in. Tire comes out from Ace of Spades. High Noon coming in from Hepburn over on the side. Takes out Hepburn. Hepburn did take out Dumo first, so DPS for a support. Jasonian gets a pick onto Ace of Spades. Kickus returns the favor. Grab comes out from Dead Knight. Kickus falls up with a barrage. And that's going to be a again pretty solid hold there. Some people got low there, but you know, both the healers are up. Kickus still on this Pharah, and now is completely uncontested. Hepburn swapping over onto the Tracer. Some interesting play there. As like I mentioned earlier, an uncontested Pharah, especially a good one like Kickus, who again I was kind of surprised to see starting on that support role, when I know that they're more of a DPS player personally. Student Loan's getting pretty dangerously low. Gets taken out mid-charge attempt, actually. Again, Kickus just raining death from above. Jasonian Era throwing his pancakes, but unfortunately it doesn't seem like Kickus is hungry. Picks keep coming the way of Penn State Harmony. And this is going to be the Ancients falling off. Jobs trying not to get staggered, but unfortunately Kickus has other ideas. And we're at 85% here, so this is going to be a last push there for the Ancients. Barrage is actually ready for Kickus, so one surprise barrage here, and that could be it. Barrage comes in, Luminar taken out, Jobs taken out, and this is pretty resoundingly going to be Penn State Harmony sealing the point. Tire comes out from Jasonian Era, or I'm sorry, from Ace of Spades. And that is point 1 of Nepal going the way of Penn State Harmony. Looks like Jasonian Era and Hepburn are actually going to be swapping over to a Soldier and a McCree, trying to again deal with Kickus, who is more or less uncontested that entire last fight. So it'll be interesting to see if Kickus is able to keep putting down this, you know, incredible amounts of damage, keep his team, you know, in the fights. Now that all the DPS are focused And actually, as I said that, Jasonian Era, actually I see in the corner of the screen there, swipped over to his again, signature sort of Junkrat. So it's only going to be Hepburn. Kick is actually, the whole team actually went Goats instead. So just fighting on the point here. Jasonian Era, Hepburn trying to come in. Solar Flames, I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, steps into the trap, gets a little bit of ult charge. Hepburn taken out by Ace of Spades, and that swinging fail. Solar Flames gets taken down by Student Loans, though, so it doesn't even fight. But with a source of damage out of the way, Jasonian Era goes down, Student Loans trades it, and it's going to be Penn State Harmony actually taking it first. Student Loans gets a great shatter, I think it was a 2 or 3 person there. Penn State Harmony just trying to keep contesting here. Rockets coming in from Dead Knight. Student Loans, though, with a nice charge and subsequent fire strike, kick us with a nice coalescence kill onto Jobs, but unfortunately with no one on the point flips from Penn State Harmony onto the Ancients. So Penn State Harmony is back regrouping. That was a really great play there by the Ancients, kind of stepping back, regrouping, and then engaging when they're all ready. Okay, Goats coming in once again from Penn State Harmony. Tire comes in from Jasonian Era, looking for something big. Picks up 2. That's pretty big. Oh, and a DMAC, 2.5. So without much further ado, might get a stagger on a Student Loans, but not. Jobs is there, keeping everyone up. So Penn State Harmony is once again going to be sent packing. Dumo trying to keep Zarya alive there. Help build some ult charge though for both of them. Hepburn does have his tac visor ready as well, so without Dumo quite being ready yet, he will have sound barrier. Coalescence coming in, visor comes in as well. I think Dumo got stunned out of the ult. Oh no, never mind, he does get it off. Unfortunately, Ace of Spades gets picked up first. Anti comes in onto Foster Walrus from Jobs. Huge job, but Jasonian Era finishes him off with the tire anyway, so kind of needless, but Penn State Harmony once again running for the hills as the Ancients planting their flag quite firmly on the point. 70% and climbing for the Ancients. Grab comes in. Nerf comes in as well. Nice pick, Solar onto Jasonian Era. Huge anti coming in from Jobs. Harmony is definitely looking pretty low. Luminar, very high charge, gets taken out unfortunately by Kickus. But it looks like the point is going to be flipped back to the way of Penn State Harmony. They did a pretty solid climb last time. Kickus with a nice stagger off onto Hepburn. And as I was saying, Penn State Harmony with a great, 0 to 99, I'm pretty sure it was, 0.1. Definitely shows that they can do it. But again, I almost would like, again, to see that Pharah. Hepburn, yeah, he's contesting. Can't contest the Pharah, but if those shots are off, Kickus could definitely deal a lot of damage. Ults for this fight, definitely looking the way of Penn State Harmony. So this is probably going to be more of a eco sort of defense, but unfortunately, that's not really an option. Solar Flames comes in, a couple shatters. Visor comes in, but unfortunately, the picks are all going the way of Penn State Harmony. Hepburn dangerously low, gets taken out by Ace of Spades in that rocket flail. And that was, let's see there, only the one ult used on the side of the Ancients. But I believe that was 2 ults there. 2, possibly 3, I believe, on the side of Penn State Harmony. So ult's definitely swinging towards the favor of the Ancients. Again, the Ancients just need 1 fight win, and this will bring us to the 3rd point of Nepal here. Ancients pushing center point. Kind of designed to rotate around. Coalescence comes out. Jasonian Era tire comes in. Looking for something big. Ace of Spades, that's pretty big. Pin goes in, but unfortunately, picks are still going the way of the Ancients. Solar Flames gets nanoed. He misses the charge and flies off the edge. I'm pretty sure that's what I saw. Coalescence comes in. Blood Raven almost picking out. Kickus doing a great job. 3-piece Coalescence kill for Kickus. Gets landed in the trap, but that's okay. Job's last one alive. And this is going to be Penn State Harmony taking Nepal.
Surrender to my will. Power of destruction.
Epic. Clear skies ahead.
Now entering the Temple of Anubis.
All right, our fourth map is just about ready to get way here. It is going to be Temple of Anubis. It's quite interesting that Temple of Anubis was chosen, just kind of seeing how Kikis was really doing well on Farah, on Nepal there. And again, without much surprise, it looks like Kikis is going to be back on Farah. So Voxic definitely going to be needing to shut him down. And again, we can see Widow on one side, Farah on the other. Only one can win. Looks like the Ancients are going for sort of, again, a brawly-ish sort of comp. Going with the triple tank, single DPS played by Voxic. Kikis going with the defensive Farah. An interesting play. Not completely unheard of, but definitely not typical. Once again, I'm kind of a little nervous about seeing teams like Penn State Harmony play without defensive ults. Because if the other team can get a nice combo off, there's no way you're coming back from that. Kikis and Dumo once again going to be doing the Far Mercy combo. It looks like Penn State Harmony is going to be running, I'm sorry, the Ancients are going to be. Oh, they were faking a run. They were wow, that was a great fake. Had Kikis completely fooled. Kikis trying to take the fight to Vox here, and it looks like that gets shut down, no problems. But they need to get back to point. Tick already goes over for the Ancients. Job getting dangerously low. Gets healed up by the friendly Moira. Student Loans gets picks, and picks are just going all the way for the Ancients. Jobs just finally get taken down. Pick is trying to escape the fray. Coalescence comes out from Bloodraven. That should be a pretty easy way to take out Kikis. Rocket Barrage ready. Voxic, although, comes back and has different ideas. Kikis sent back to spawn. And with only one person contesting here, it is going to be Dumo. That is going to be the Ancients with a pretty confident .1.
New defense point. Objective B.
Alright, looks like they're already ready to push .2 again, thanks to Jobs and that Lucio. Oh, again, I apologize for the lag. Shatter comes in from someone. Kikis with the Rocket Barrage. Unfortunately, doesn't seem to get anyone, despite him being helped by Dumo there. Pick's kind of being traded. Ace Spades with a nice two-piece, but Voxic kind of takes care of Kikis while he's left alone. Foster Wallers with a nice shatter onto Student Loans, gets that kill pretty easily. And it looks like this might be the Ancient stabilizing. Or I'm sorry, this might be Penn State Harmony stabilizing. Ancient's being forced back. So Voxic once again trying to get some nice picks, open up the map for his team. Dumo looks like a pretty good target. Ooh, unfortunately just sidesteps out of there. Just in the nick of time. Solar Flames, though, he doesn't quite as lucky. Student Loans gets a nice pick onto Ace of Spades. Voxic takes down another, and that's 4 down. This should easily be the Ancients with the whole point here. Looks like Solar Flames is going to be back in time, but he's got to contest the point. And with Voxic watching this exit, he's not going to have much time to do anything. Gets sent back to spawn by Hepburn. A couple people are contesting the point. Foster Waller's a nice charge in there. Skips over the point. Gets a shatter onto Blood Ravens. Gets a nice pick there. But unfortunately, the point's almost taken. Foster Waller's doing a brave duel there with Student Loans, but unfortunately, he's going to lose that one. Doesn't have any support. B comes in from Kikis. Grab comes out from, huh? Wow, this fight has just been completely back and forth. With only the tiniest 6.2% left, it looks like Penn State Harmony is going to hold the point. Still 4.5 minutes there left for the Ancients. So they're going to have, again, probably 4 or 5 or so more attempts. They get regrouped here. Bloodraven has the Coalescence ready, but no one really to combo with. They're going to pop preemptively, trying to get some, again, some early picks. Ace of Spades, or I'm sorry. Yeah, Ace of Spades uses the ultimate. A couple picks come in from Penn State Harmony. A couple picks also coming in from the Ancients. And it's just a back and forth demo. Goes into Valk, goes for a res onto Solar. Gets it off, actually. And it looks like the Ancients are once again kind of stepping out here. This is, or should have been more of an eco push. Trying to force a lot of ults out from Penn State Harmony. And it looks like they kind of did so. Penn State Harmony's going to have Beat, and they're going to have Shatter as well as Deadeye ready for their next fight. Solar Flames playing pretty far up. Might get punished here by Student Loans. But now he runs back to his team. Student Loans runs forward, has his Shatter ready, looking for a nice target. I think that Foster Walrus tried to get his Shatter off, but it goes down, unfortunately. Pin goes on, knocks Dumo off of the res. That's a major problem. Beat comes out. It's high known as well. Dead Knight kind of on the back of the point, trying to contest. Dragon combo coming out. Dragon Blade combo. Picks up 2 from Voxic. And it's just 3 left here for Penn State Harmony. 2 left. It's just a couple supports. They shouldn't be able to stagger too terribly long. Or, I'm sorry, contest too terribly long. Just kick us left here. Doing a great job. Dead Knight gets it back. Almost has Graviton ready, but no one's going to be able to capitalize on it even if he gets it off. Unfortunately, doesn't get it. But the rest of Penn State Harmony is back. Luminar comes out with a nice little Diva Bomb there. As Spades follows up with a with his own ultimate. Picks going the way of the Ancients still. But let me just say, once again, Penn State Harmony doing a great job of contesting. Finally, the Graviton comes off. Beat goes from the Ancients, though, kind of negating that Grav. It's just Dead Knight, and he's barely alive there. Ace Spades, the only one on the point, gets knocked off, and that is going to be point 2. Definitely a very solid attack coming out from the Ancients. Again, this is kind of a little different than what we've seen previously this season. They've definitely been doing some work behind the scenes to again, improve their teamwork. And I think it shows. Two minutes flat is the time in the time bank for the Ancients. Alright, looks like it's going to be Vox once again on the Widow. Kikis, interestingly, is on a Bastion. It'll be very interesting to see what they can do. The offensive Bastion. Dead Knight on the Torb. Yeah, I was about to say, might have to remind him that Torb is banned this week. And next week, actually. So yeah, we're pretty sure that the Penn State Harmony is going to be swapping their comp a little bit. The Ancients playing, again, a sort of a brawly comp, but with the assist of the dive from the Diva. Again, that single DPS of Voxic.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers.
Looking for a nice early pick. Voxic doesn't pick anyone, unfortunately. A little damage onto Solar Flames, but not much can really be done there. And it looks like the speed comp is what Penn State Harmony is trying to do, just rush to point, but they're getting kind of caught up in the choke here. Starting to brawl around with Student Loans and with Hepburn. Student Loans getting kind of alone there. Toxic DMX Dead Knight. But this is still definitely a fight in the way of Penn State Harmony. Or, yeah, of Penn State Harmony. Another pick comes out onto Hepburn. Ancient's definitely starting to run out of steam here. Bloodraven taken down pretty quickly by Foster Walrus. Voxic, nice pick onto Solar Flames. But with only Jobs and Voxic alive, there's not much that can really be done against this defense. Jobs just 1 HP, taken out pretty easily. And Voxic, there's not much that they can really do either. Student Loans does get back in time, but unfortunately just gets taken out immediately. Hepburn recalls out of the point. And that is going to be a very quick point A for Penn State Harmony. And they're going to be ready with 2 ultimates, almost 3 actually. Rally will be ready for this fight. Foster, if he can land a huge shatter followed by that Coalescence, gets slept, but tapes the shatter. Shatter comes out, Bubbles blocked. Great use of Bubbles by Hepburn. Charge comes up empty. Foster playing a little bit further back, swinging away, tries to get a hit onto Luminar. Oh, he turns away at the last moment. Luminar with a nice 2-piece onto both Kickoff and Ace of Spades. Foster goes down himself to Hepburn. Solar doing a lot of work, though. Voxic on the defensive bastion. And that is a pretty hard reset, going the way of Penn State Harmony. Penn State Harmony, still plenty of time. Have several more team fights in this. But now they are fighting into a Shatter and into a tank configuration tank. Definitely not something fun to play with if, again, that Shatter lands. Trying to rush left side here. Ooh, Student Loans misses the Shatter, doesn't get anyone for it. Just that configuration tank. Dead Knight getting shredded by Voxic sitting in the back there. And all the bodies just blocking for him. Bastion having a field day. Student Loans swinging in his hammer, protected by Hepburn and his bubble, and that is going to be Penn State Harmony once again kind of backing out here. Nice ultimate there. Student Loans gets a pick onto Foster Walrus. Coalescence does come out from both sides, actually. There's a little bit of a stalemate. For the moment, anyway, Penn State Harmony is kind of driven back. A couple of Owen's ultimates being used, but plenty more remaining. Again, jumping on board with Voxic here. Playing a plethora of heroes tonight. Really doing a fantastic job. Foster Walrus kind of going forward. Tank mode comes out. Grab comes out. Nano tank mode. That is just not fun. 3-piece in one shot. 2-piece Diva Bomb comes out, though. Fantastic job on both sides. Blood Raven is barely one. Gets taken out by Solar Flames. Ace Spades coming up, trying to deal with the Bastions. Gets taken out. And now it's only 3 on the point for Penn State Harmony. Pin comes in. Solar Flames barely able to bubble himself. Coalescence comes out. Solar Flames, Student Loans gets a nice shatter there onto Foster Walrus. Kind of separated from his team now. Solar Flames now stepping back, isn't able to bubble. And that's not even a tick for Penn State Harmony. They're getting sent back with nothing. 3.5 minutes left on the clock here. Again, still plenty of time. Couple ults pulled out from the Ancients on the other side there. 3 ultimates online ready for Penn State Harmony. Foster Walrus, short charge there. Looks like they're going to be pushing kind of right side here. Voxic gets set up on the high ground. He's ready for them. Sort of kind of fall back. They're playing a little closer than he would like. Goes on the full flank. Grabs coming out from both sides. Beat gets dropped by Penn State Harmony. Student Loans charges into the grab there. Picks coming in for Penn State Harmony. Shatter goes down. Student Loans taken it. This time they're going to be getting a tick, I think. Tracer coming in. Hepburn has him on the side. Oh, just barely able to contest. Rest of the Ancients coming in, trying to defend. Coalescence comes in from Blood Raven. Keep their team stood up. Nano comes in onto the Hammond, actually. Interesting hero, don't get to see too terribly often. Dead Knight has his self-destruct ready. Trying to keep everyone off. And the Ancients step off the point. Wow.
Score.
An extraordinarily close game coming out on Anubis here. 2 minutes to 2 minutes and 16. So we will be seeing the Ancients attack first. Quite a good job done by Penn State Harmony on that attack round. All right, looking at the teams here. Seeing, again, this defensive Pharah, I think, is a really interesting, an interesting pick.
Attackers incoming.
If Voxic can't shut down the Pharah, being the only DPS for the Ancients, that could seriously be a very big problem. Especially as Kikis seems to be pocketed quite commonly by Dumo. Running that very powerful Far Mercy combo. Unless you're getting that headshot, it might be pretty difficult for Voxic to take down Kikis. But we will have to see.
One. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Again, going for that sort of speed brawly-ish comp. The Ancients. Kikis ready. Again, sort of looking to the left side. Last time the Ancients had a fantastic feint. Kikis a little more apprehensive. Not sure if they're going to do it again. Voxic gets to pick onto Ace of Spades. It's a pretty good start there for the Ancients. Foster Wallace returns onto a pin onto Jobs. Brawling is going on the point. Foster Wallace dangerously low. Student Loans takes out both of them, but Kikis takes care of Voxic finally. Kikis just dealing damage onto the point. Solar Flame's taken out by Student Loans. And this looks like it's probably going to be the Ancient's point once again. Just all sorts of damage coming in. Dumo doing a great job. Student Loans taken dangerously low. Kikis trying to get that final point, or final tick of damage there. Hepburn takes out Ace of Spades, who was trying to come back and help contest. Barrage almost ready. Bloodraven takes out Dumo. Without his support, Kikis falls pretty quickly. Foster Walrus, again, trying to somewhat stagger, or somewhat stall the point, ends up being staggered. Hepburn pushing pretty aggressively forward here with Voxic, trying to get some picks and some staggers if they can. Student Loans ready here. Has his Shatter. Shatter goes down, gets Ace of Spades and Dead Knight. Dumo comes out with the Valkyrie, trying to keep everyone alive. Nice 4-man Shatter picked up. Luminar demech'd. Kikis. Nice Rocket Barrage. Picks up 2.5. And it looks like Harmony is going to be holding the point just fine. 43 seconds remain for the Ancients. So that's going to be one more push. They're going to have Beat, and they're going to have Grab, and possibly Self-Destruct. If used properly, I could definitely win a fight, get them a tick or so.
30 seconds.
On the defensive side, Solar Flames has the Coalescence, and no other alts. So again, if that Coalescence isn't able to keep everyone up, that's a major problem. Kikis dealing the damage. Trying to get Student Loans. Student Loans dangerously low. Taken out. Solar Flames takes 2. Luminar with the Self-Destruct coming in. Picks up Solar Flames. Grab comes out. Dead Knight stuck in it. Foster is coming in to assist. Luminar almost down. Just one piece of damage there. Grab thrown away, unfortunately, by Penn State Harmony. Jobs on the point there. Student Loans, looks like he's the only one there. Trying to keep contesting on the point there. Gets taken out. Just Bloodraven. Another Rocket Barrage comes in from Kikis. And that is going to be the mark to beat for Penn State Harmony. 1 point, 1 tick.
Score. 2 to 3. Switching sides.
No? Interesting camera transition there. 2 minutes, 16 seconds for 1 point, 1 tick. Should be noted here, actually, that Penn State Harmony, really, they need to get that singular tick. If they don't take this map, a tie is just going to result in the Ancients winning, as they're already up in the series 2-1. So a nice decisive victory needed here for Penn State Harmony if they want to keep playing in a map 5.
In 30 seconds.
And that map 5 would be of the same type of the first map of the night being Eichenwald, so it would be a hybrid for the Ancients to then pick. Alright, it's looking like Voxic is going to be on the defensive Torbjorn, Student Loans on the Symmetra. Very interesting combo there, seeing how they're going to be set up.
Attackers incoming.
Hopping on board with Voxic. Symmetra is a little slow to start. If Penn State Harmony capitalizes on this, they're not going to be ready. Voxic tries setting up behind the fountain, unfortunately it doesn't work. Shoots shots down main lane. Foster Waller is dangerously low, nearly taken out but healed up. Dead Knight just gets absolutely shredded. Ace of Spades does get the D-Mech onto Bloodraven though. Foster Walrus gets antied. Bloodraven gets taken out while out of mech. Picks are coming in for Penn State Harmony. It's going to be 3-on-3 as Voxic picks up 2. Hepburn almost able to get the res off. Doesn't actually get it. It's denied. And it looks like Penn State Harmony is actually going to be sent packing. It's just Dumo escaping there. Healed up by the armor pack from the friendly Brigitte. 1 minute, 20 seconds. Dumo looking to head back for a quick swap, or no, he's just varying solar. Alright, looks like 1 minute here. This is going to be the last push. We're going to have 1, possibly 3 ults, but configuration tag mode is also available. And it's certainly a very, very damaging ult. Voxic gets taken pretty low. Taken out, actually. That's huge. Ace of Spades, huge job taking out both the Symmetra and the Bastion. Penn State Harmony getting the massive fix that they so desperately need right now. Bloodraven taken out of mech, and that's going to be point A for Penn State Harmony. And they actually didn't use a lot of ults to do that. They're going to have 3 ults going into the final point. On the other side, though, it's going to be 4 ultimates. Actually, 5 going to be ready for Penn State, or for the Ancients. So definitely a very good defense available here. So they're getting 1, maybe 2 pushes. Dumo running into the fray, trying to keep everyone healed up. Voxic sitting in the back. Configuration tank mode comes in. Graviton comes out, picks up 1. 2 picks coming in for Foster Wallace. Dead Knight gets 1.5 actually. Gets the D-Mech onto Bloodraven. Picks coming in the way of Penn State Harmony, which again, they so desperately need this. They need the win. Tie isn't going to be good enough. Jobs and Hepburn just kind of flying over the point. Picks still going the way of Penn State Harmony. It looks like we might be going to a map 5. Hepburn taken out. Just 1 tick. Luminar's the only one left on the point. Drops the bongos, but unfortunately that's not going to be much. Hammond's still on the point. Uses the shield. A lot of shield there from all of the enemies. That actually gives time for the rest of his team to get back to the point. Voxic gets on May. Ice Block straight on the point. Self-destruct comes in. Not sure where that was. Bloodraven unfortunately off the point. Pick's still coming in the way of Penn State Harmony. Just Jobs on the point. Luminar coming in. Beat comes in from from Dumo. And that's going to be Penn State Harmony. We're going to a map 5!
Victory.
And it all comes down to this. 4 fantastic maps so far this evening. And it's not quite done yet. In fact, some people might even be saying the reverse sweep might be happening here. We will certainly have to see. As we will return in a couple minutes with map 5.
Traveling to Mumbai.
All right, map 5, the final map of the evening, is going to be Numbani. Penn State Harmony definitely having woken up in the later maps of this series. Definitely showing why they were at the very top of the leaderboard for quite some time. And again, we're definitely receiving a fantastic match tonight. And it will all end here. The substitution did come in. Jasonian Era was brought in for jobs. So it looks like Bloodraven and Hepburn will be your supports for the side of the Ancients. Meanwhile, on the side of PSU Harmony, Kikis looks like he might be on his, again, signature Pharah.
Systems checked out. Ready for combat.
Dealt quite a bit of problems on Nepal. Be interesting to see if this defense from Voxic and from Jasonian Era can deal with this Pharah once again. Again, Penn State Harmony a little bit more of a brawlier comp, and actually that's being mirrored on the other side by the Ancients. Pretty lucky actually, because sort of a dive comp meeting a brawl comp, you know, it could spell trouble. All right, without further ado, we are going to get under the way. Voxic, cheeky little shot there, just to start things off, see if he can get a quick early pick before setting up high ground. Kick us again, he knows exactly where he is. Starts firing some shots in there, seeing what's happening. Looks like the majority of Penn State Harmony is going to be going upper. Kikis is going to be flanking around the outside, seeing if he can get some, again, free damage. Trying for a boop, unfortunately almost gets student loans there, but not quite this time. Another boop comes in, Jasonian Era not quite knocked off. Brawl's going on the point. Phosphorolus actually antied, gets taken out by Jasonian Era. Voxic takes out Ace of Spades, and this is going to be a pretty solid hold here from the Ancients. Not much left to do here from Penn State Harmony except just to reset, and that's exactly what they're doing. Kikis actually looking to try to flank her a little closer around the front. See if he deals some free damage, get his ult up ready. Try to punish Vox, who's a little out of position, but he's able to get back okay. Vox sets back up on the high ground. Kikis, pretty good idea that's probably what happened. And it looks like Penn State Harmony is actually going to be going main lane here. Again, fighting this brawl comp. Phosphorolus actually gets separated, kind of a little ahead of his team. Gets taken out there. Ace Spades similarly, a little far ahead. Solar Flames gets trapped. It's amazing he's still alive, with the rest of his team going down. This is going to be, once again, another reset from Penn State Harmony. Coalescence comes out from Solar Flames. I'm not sure if that's a swap ultimate or what exactly they saw. That's a very interesting use of an ultimate. Oh, Voxic actually gets taken out there by Solar. And without a Mercy, that's not going to be rezzed. So if Penn State Harmony can push this right now, they're going to be fighting 5 on 6, or 6 on 5, excuse me. Jasonian Era says he's going to even it out. So unfortunately, it is going to be 5 and 5. Student Loans gets a pin onto Dead Knight. Bloodraven finishes up. Jasonian Era with the tire onto Ace of Spades. Student Loans takes out Foster Walrus, and once again, this is going to be a hold, but at the cost of 4 ultimates there from the Ancients. Meanwhile, Penn State Harmony, they're going to have their Shatter, but not much else. Minute and a half left on the clock. Probably another push, maybe 2, if they can, since they have the Lucio there. Looks like they're going to be going bottom this time. Jasonian Era, pretty aware of that. Going to be lobbing some grenades in there, trying to destroy those shields. Kikis looking for some nice ult charge there. Gets trapped, actually. Takes some nice damage. Builds up his energy. Shatter comes out from Phosphorolus. Unfortunately, doesn't seem to get anyone, or at least wasn't capitalized upon. Kikis definitely picking up some good energy. Tire comes in from Jasonian Era, looking for something big. Picks up Kikis. That's good. Resets all that energy back down to 0. Student Loans very aggressive. And Jasonian Era is actually able to cover the retreat. Takes out Foster Walrus. Student Loans takes out Solar Flames. Bloodraven, Ace of Spades. And Voxic gets the DMAC onto Dead Knight. But they were probably going to try to statter. A Dead Knight just trying to reset and jump off of the edge. Rejoin her team. or his team rather. And that is another fantastic hold from the Ancients here on Numbani. This is crunch time, do or die for Penn State Harmony. They're going to have 2, possibly 3, maybe 4 ults ready for this last fight. And they are fighting into 4 from the Ancients. They're going topside there. Student Loans doesn't quite have his Shatter ready, so they're all running out of the top. Grab comes in. Hanzo ult goes in, and that is just going to be a nice cleanup. Solar Flames taken out by the tire. Dead Knight gets demeched, and that is going to be a solid hold by the Ancients on Numbani. And that is the mark to beat. 1 tick, and the Ancients take the series.
Score 0-0. Switching.
If by some miracle we do happen to have a tie, we will go to a control point map. But I honestly didn't think that was going to happen at all this season, but we will see. Again, the Ancients, just 1 single tick, and that will take the entire match for them. They've done a fantastic job tonight. Again, some teamwork and play that didn't see too much in the earlier weeks, but they've made some great strides, and definitely improved quite significantly. On the defense, it's looking like we're going to have the Mercy Moira. So again, no defensive ult, which is a little bit worrying, especially with that sort of tire, that Grav tire combo, Grav Coalescence, Shatter. You would generally want something for that, but they need all of that healing to keep their members up. And they need Duma for that res, because Voxic has been absolutely lethal on the Widowmaker all night tonight. So again, looking to see how Penn State Harmony is setting up for their final defense, or possibly final defense of the night here. Again, with a full hold, we will go into a map 6, but we will see what happens. Alright, jumping on board with Voxic. First picks here would be huge. Ace of Spades kind of looking a little to poke his head out, but he takes a step back. Voxic going to be going center lane here. Takes a little bit of damage. Looking for a pick. Pickus almost gets the pick onto Kickus. Domo barely escapes there. Voxic making center lane deadly. The rest of the Ancients getting onto the point, starting a nice brawl there. Dead Knight taken out first, that's huge. Foster Walrus, he's the only other tank on the point. Tries to go for a pin, unfortunately misses it. Student Loans trying to capitalize there. Again, I apologize for no health bars. Duma gets the rest onto Dead Knight, but Foster Walrus goes down at the same time. Student Loans taken low. Dead Knight trying to capitalize. Ace of Spades trying to go for a pick. Student Loans with a huge shatter. Very quick, too. Takes out Ace of Spades and Dead Knight. And well played, the Ancients. The Ancients take the series 3-2.
Play of the game.
A fantastic job from both teams out here tonight. We saw some great Overwatch, some great play, some great teamwork, and again, some really great improvement, which is what this league is all about. If you enjoyed the stream, feel free to let me know. If you have any constructive feedback, again, please let me know. You can shoot me a message over Discord. So until next time, this is Gary, aka Hamop347, signing off. Have a good night, everyone.